It's a real pleasure to have the one and only Polly Guy with us today, talking about the experience that she had on Come Dine With Me, the popular television programme. We're here to hear Polly's views and what went on behind the scenes. Polly, what made you want to be on the programme in the first place?
It was actually my mum came home and actually handed me an application form and said, give it a go. So I thought, okay, why not? And actually at the time, it was a bit of a joke with a friend of mine who was also going for it. So to start with, it was just a bit of a competition between two friends. So I applied, all that jazz. I didn't really expect to hear back, but I did. And answered their questions. They came, interviewed me at the house. And actually I was just my normal crazy, talked probably far too much rubbish.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I would. I talked the talk and hoped that would be enough. Long story short, obviously I got on.
What did you feel like when you eventually found out that you were actually on the programme? Were you a bit nervous?
I just laughed actually. I think I spent most of the time on the floor clutching my crutch, trying not to pee myself, because it's a big thing, and I think then the realisation of actually what was about to happen then kicked in, and then I actually thought, oh crap. I'm actually going to have to do something now, not just talk.
Actually have to cook.
Yeah, actually have to cook. I thought a bit of beans on toast, maybe. A bit of ambrosia custard and some apple pie.
The easy way out, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, but so I struggled actually for quite a bit because I thought, what image shall I portray? And where I live and things like that. The menu. How would the menu best kind of, show off my skills, who I was, where I live. So I decided to go for very English kind of menu.
That's interesting, because a lot of people go for the, difficult, don't they? The difficult route, trying to impress. But
but I think that's probably why I won. Because the whole point of keeping it simple, I think
Absolutely.
when you do a menu, keep it simple and let people know exactly what they're having. And even if it sounds a bit boring or a bit of a cafe job, it doesn't matter, because as long as you cook it really well and you're very polite and your hostessing skills or hosting skills are impeccable, and you have lots of good alcohol, good entertainment, and you smile and try and make people feel at ease, I don't think it really matters.
No, you know what, Polly, I tend to agree with you on that. It's not the complexity of the dish, it's how well it's cooked. What do you say?
No, I agree. Obviously, for a bit of a joke, I thought, maybe I'll, something like a bit of a takeaway, maybe if the here's the fan. But no, I decided to go very, very rustic. Did a pate for starter. Good old Delia Smith.
You're a Delia Smith fan, are you?
Well, Norfolk, keep it real.
Let's be having you.
Yeah, on the ball, Delia.
Superb.
So I did country style pate, but I had to change it, obviously, because it's plagiarised. I couldn't, copy her menu exactly, and actually made my own homemade bread. And
you made your own bread?
I did.
That's impressive.
It is. I thought it was, because it took a bit more effort.
It's not easy to make bread, isn't it?
Sorry?
It's not easy to make bread.
Well, it's not, but then, to be honest, I did put it in the bread maker.
Immediately, I would think, I hope you don't mind me asking this, that because you're a model and you do it for a profession, did people on the programme pigeonhole you at all, the other contestants? I'm sure they did, or...?
Of course people, I was pigeonholed, and that was probably why I was put into the mix, really. But the first night was hilarious. I turned up in a very nice designer dress, nothing tarty about it at all, had pearls on, showed a bit of cleavage, and I knew, I'm not stupid, I know, I walked into that environment and I wanted people to know what they were getting from night one. I do get my boobs out, I have got a nice rack. You know what, be modest, be glamorous, be sophisticated, speak nicely, be polite, and there's nothing I can't do. And I kind of wanted people to pigeonhole me in a way, because...
Did you?
Well,
That's interesting.
It's not like I wanted to play up to the notion, but at the same time, it was almost kind of letting people dig their own holes, really, and letting them bury themselves. And
was it an element of surprise to a certain degree? Did you play along with that? Was it instigated by yourself? Be honest.
Not not from how I presented myself and how I spoke, but in my dress, I think. Yeah, otherwise I would have worn a cardigan and corduroys and said I love beans. But I dressed a certain way, and I take responsibility for dressing a certain way. So from that point of view, I did allow them to pigeonhole me, but if they are well travelled, these people, and very educated, which some of them are, I kind of thought, well, actually, the minute they speak to me and they spend 5 minutes with me, they'll realise there's far more than this to me than meets the eye. So in a way, it was interesting to test their personalities.
You were actually testing them?
Yeah, of course I'm testing. It's a competition, and I wanted to see what personalities I was up against. I also took the attitude of keeping quite quiet, sussing out my competitors, and then working from there. And they definitely didn't expect me to cook, I think, the style and to the extent of the high class food that I cooked and where I lived. And the real me, I've said many times before, is someone that likes walking around generally in fields with a cup of tea, walking my dog with no makeup on.
So you're a country girl at heart. Holly, in any programme like this, obviously you have to work with people you've never met before. How do you feel that you were treated by fellow contestants, and did you make any friends on the programme?
I was treated, at the end of the day, it could have been a lot worse, it really could have been. And I think, I think we all got on actually reasonably well. Look, at the end of the day, it's a competition, it's a game. And I think if you go into it thinking it's a game, it's a competition, I'm here for one reason, then I think the answer would be, yeah, it was great, everything was brilliant, I don't care, blah, 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 blah. But actually, I am human, and I did want to make new friends. And actually, the minute my night was over and done with, I thought, right, my night's done. Whatever will happen, whatever will be, will be. Actually, I'd quite like to make some friends, and life's short. Get on, have a good time, make the most of the rest of the week.
What a great attitude!
And I really did mean that. But to be honest,
I sincerely think you did. Actually, you were there to enjoy yourself.
Yeah, massively. And but the problem was, look. You can't expect everyone in life to like you. You just can't, and that's fine. Doesn't mean anything wrong with me. Probably means there's lots of wrong with them.
Absolutely not. That's the case in any walk of life, not just the programme.
No,
isn't
so
it?
I took that on the chin. But to be fair, what I couldn't and didn't prepare myself for was a lack of sleep. It was a brilliant experience, and I'm glad I did. I'm very fortunate.
Was it long hours?
Very long, incredibly long hours.
It doesn't look it on the programme when you see it, though, does it?
No, but I won't go into it. But it was very long hours, eating at quite late at night, obviously, and I think that in itself can really wear on you. So I did find myself being quite quiet at times at the table, and actually, when certain sarky comments were made, kind of towards maybe my cosmetic surgery I've had. Or, basically, we wanted to get to know whether there was more to you than just beauty, i.e., do you have a brain? Or
really? Did you get a lot of that?
I did. I got a few comments which will show on the programme. And also, things like, well, I didn't really expect your menu to be that great, and actually we thought you'd get some help with it. Yet again, you'll see that when the programme comes out. I don't mind comments like that, because obviously I'm quite tough, but actually, lack of sleep, obviously I'm a bit nervous, it's only natural. And actually, when you're in an environment where you are in a group of, obviously it was 4 of us, but 3 others, and actually you've got 2 individuals kind of having their own private eye contact and a few sort of sarky jokes at times, that with everything else, with the stress, does play a massive part. And actually I did feel at times, actually, a little kind of
alienated,
shoved out of the group. And I think that was intentional. Yet again, I've got to remember this is a game, but obviously I also wanted to make friends. So it's quite conflicting kind of issues. It's a game, but at the same time I want people who like me, I want to like other people.
Because you've never met these people before in your life, have you, really?
No,
it's an introduction
but
out of the
to
blue.
be honest, I've learnt one thing, and that is to be proud of myself. And actually, it's all very well people saying, well, why do you have to do this? Why do you have to always look glamorous? Why can't you just be normal? Well, actually, most of the time, those kind of people are the ones that if they looked maybe like me or had more confidence in themselves, they would wear nice dresses and they would wear makeup, and they'd be big, bold and proud. So actually, why should I be allowed to be squashed? So I thought, nah, go on, get up there, go for it. So I did.
So you went for it.
And actually, I think the only reason 2 people haven't stayed in contact with me is the green-eyed monster.
Do you think so?
Of course it is, because actually I was very polite, I was very discreet. In fact, I think I went something like, oh, I didn't expect that. Oh, great.
Yes, but did
Brilliant.
you? Did you? I think you did it in the back of your mind.
I did, because I knew that their faces were so like this. Congratulations, Polly. I mean, you got Botox in your face.
Yeah.
So I did really, I felt very uncomfortable. But obviously I'm like, yes, get in there. Big boobs and, as someone once said, big boobs and fireworks. I don't possibly stand a chance. Well, there you go. Yeah, it's a bit more to it than that. I did work really hard. I spent a lot of effort and time on my menu and my entertainment. And I really do feel passionately about food. I love food. I'm constantly eating. And I wanted my guests to have a nice time. And actually, I was nice to people throughout the week, constantly. I didn't just do game plan of, I'll be nasty and ignore people all week, and then on my evening, I'll tell you what, I'll be nice and pretend I care. Give a damn? I don't think so. So,
in effect, you were yourself.
I was. I wasn't myself.
There was no pretentiousness about your appearance on the programme.
No, I mean, if I was that ashamed, I'd have worn I told you I'd have worn a cardigan and flip flops. I'm obsessed with flip flops. I might make my own flip flop brand.
Watch it, Polly. I wear flip flops.
Oh well, come chase me. You'll probably trip over and twist your ankle. I hear support's good for the foot.
Yeah.
Basically it was a great week. The people were good, and I just think people will probably confuse themselves over whether they wanted to like someone. At the same time, if someone is standing quite a high chance of winning, it's also competition. Do you like them? Do you hate them? Ooh, it's quite a conflicting kind of emotions going on. And I think towards the end, they all underestimated me greatly. And to be honest, if any of them, really, I mean, Sam was a legend. I really like Sam. He's a great guy. My gut feeling was right about him. He's sweet. He's a proper good chap. But really, the other two, they'd really, really got to know me and really asked me some questions about my life, where I want to be, what my passions in life are, and kind of asked me questions about my food. So Paul, we can see you can cook. That's really cool. How did you learn that?
Did you not get any of that?
No, I didn't.
Strange.
It was because they probably thought their menus were the winning menus, and they didn't need to bother. And I think the minute you put yourself way up high, you can only go down. And why my menu is simple. Keep it simple. Do a good job. What is on the menu is what you'll be eating. Expectations for me were probably very low. She's a big boob woman. There's no way she can hold her own at a table or even cook. So I was already right down. And you know what? When you're down, you can only go up.
Polly, if you had the chance to enter the programme again, what would you do differently?
Probably wear a wetsuit, snorkel, maybe a chicken suit.
No, seriously, you must think. I wish I'd done this differently, or I played it differently. Well, it doesn't matter really, because you actually won. But there must be some areas in the programme that you wish you'd done differently.
Yeah, do you know what? I would have probably been more me, actually. I mean, more fun. More kind of just being silly, talking about silly things, and just having a laugh. Where really, because I was trying so hard not to, I suppose, be hated or perceived stupid by the other members, that I did actually end up kind of being quite quiet and
reserved,
very reserved, and listening quite a lot. Because the problem was, with certain two people's constant little glances and sarky glances at each other, especially when me and Sam tried to have conversations, do you know what? I think I was just a bit kind of tired and a bit unsure, a bit nervous as well.
Well, it was all new to you, wasn't it?
And I just thought, you know what? I don't want any conflict or anyone to to give anyone any more ammunition than I need to, really. So you know what? If you've got nothing good to say, keep your mouth shut. So actually, generally, I think, keep my mouth shut, and I was actually quite reserved because I really cared what people thought. But actually, you know what? This has taught me to be a little bit more gung-ho, and actually, if people are going to be horrid or look down their nose at me or just generally make fun of me, actually that's more of a reflection on their character, not mine. And you know what, I should have just let my hair down and been a bit more of a pillock. So I regret that. I regret that I actually kind of let them control me a bit, and I feel a bit irritated by that, actually, because actually I'm quite a strong-willed person.
Polly, where to next? Where would you like to go
Well, I think first on my agenda is straight to Bentley garage. No, I'm obsessed. I'm sorry. I think really what's next for me, or I'd like to aim for, is to maybe get into presenting possibly, or even presenting maybe a cookery programme. Because
you'd like to have your own cookery programme?
Well, I don't want to maybe cook it, but I would love to be around incredibly skilled people, learn more. I really want to learn more. You know, after my experience with and winning. I mean, I know it's no big deal really, but actually, it's really given me the buzz, the kind of.
It's given you incentive, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's given me my kind of va-va-voom back. And I love people. I love getting to know new people. I'm not exactly camera shy. So hang on, why
so
don't
I noticed.
What are you trying to say? I'd like to carry on, being on camera, as it were, but actually maybe try and keep my clothes on now and be a bit more serious, because there is more to life and gravity will get me at some point. So
it gets to us all, Polly.
Yeah, and I'm going to hold it in. Presenting, that'd be awesome. I suppose an ideal job would be presenting a cookery programme. Or
Polly's kitchen.
Yeah, or Polly's naked cooking. No, I'm joking. But, or presenting like a car programme would be awesome. Top Gear, sweet. I'd love to. But, I think it's time to kind of keep the old clothes on a bit more now. Now I know there's more to me, and even now I've got my self-confidence back and I believe in myself a bit more. Hey, why not use this opportunity? I love food. I want Come Dine With Me. Obviously I can cook. I'm not too bad. I'd love to learn more. I'd love to get into presenting, so that I think would be my next move, and I'm gonna give it a good go.
Good luck, Polly. I wish you all the best for the future.
I'm gonna need it.
Congratulations on the win. What are you going to do with the money?
The money I won is going to go on a pink dog.
No.
It's going to go to a charity of my choice. There is a few.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, there are a few at the moment that. All charity is worthy charity, obviously, but there are a few that are quite close, to my heart, that mean a lot to me personally. So it's going to be a question really of weighing up, which one I'm going to go through really. But yeah, it's going to go to charity. I'm very fortunate. Most people probably would have kept it for themselves, which is fine. We're not. We haven't all got good standing in life, and I'm very lucky, incredibly lucky. I've got a very good family. And I just think, I don't need this money. I'm not on the streets, and it's the right thing to do.
Well done, Polly, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
And it's been a real pleasure talking to you.
Thank you very much.